but I don't give a too. So I feel I'm the best, and that's it. I don't focus on if the people say or put me in the first position. I'm the best. I feel I'm the best. I'm doing because I love.
Canelo isn't just talking like a fighter. He's stepping into this September 13th bout with a mindset of a man who already knows he's walking out the winner. His self-belief is rock solid. He's coming in ready to take down Crawford under the big lights, without a shred of doubt. Even Joel Diaz, the respected trainer who's worked with both Dmitry Bivol and Israel Madrimov, gave his honest take. He thinks Canelo's got this in the bag. Diaz confidently said he sees Canelo winning by a clear decision, flat out claiming there's no way Crawford pulls off the upset. For Diaz, it almost feels like destiny. Canelo's hand being raised is just the natural outcome. He spoke like someone who's seen what Canelo brings to the table, his strengths, his flaws, everything. According to Diaz, even Crawford's sharpest tools won't be enough to crack Canelo. This isn't about luck or chances, it's about levels. And from Diaz's perspective, Canelo is operating on a level Crawford hasn't touched. Then Diaz zoomed out, talking about the bigger picture, how this fight affects the whole sport. In his words, Canelo isn't just a top fighter, he's the face of boxing right now. And when he said, if Canelo loses, boxing loses a lot of prestige, he made it clear how much is riding on this. But he also gave Crawford his flowers, calling him one of his favorite fighters and the best pound-for-pound talent of this generation. Still, Diaz didn't budge on his belief. Canelo simply can't lose.
The show, I mean, nothing more needs to be said about Canelo Crawford, two icons fighting each other. But when you have two young guys that are undefeated, both big knockout records that aren't going to run, both very confident, they wouldn't have taken the fight if they didn't think they were going to win. And it couldn't be on a bigger stage than the co-feature at Allegiant Stadium on Netflix. So we're really excited about it. This is the type of fight that Dana was saying that, the fights need to happen at the right time, not, 5 years past the due date. And, like His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh was saying, this is definitely not a Tom and Jerry type of fight. These guys are going to come out there and bang, and I think the crowd is going to love this fight for sure.
Tom Loeffler, who used to promote Gennady Golovkin, opened with energy and passion. Right from the jump, it was obvious this fight means something more to him. This isn't just another matchup. It's a full-blown clash of titans on the biggest stage possible. Loeffler made it sound like the timing couldn't be better. Not rushed. Not dragged out. Just right. He described both fighters as fearless warriors, two men ready to risk it all. The way he told it, the fans are in for an electric night. From his tone, you could feel the buzz. This is the kind of event where everyone remembers where they were. Then, he shifted gears to focus on Canelo's current form. Sure, time has passed, but Loeffler didn't downplay what Canelo still brings into the ring.
Canelo has definitely slowed down since those fights, but even with that, he's still a tremendous force in boxing. Big body puncher, physically very strong, great timing as a counter puncher. So you can't take anything away from Canelo, and Crawford has one of the best boxing IQs in the ring. So it's a great matchup. It's one of those fantasy matchups that people always talk about, and they were able to make it happen for this show here, and I'm really looking forward to this fight.
Loeffler made sure everyone remembered that even with age creeping in, Canelo is still a monster when that bell rings. His punching power, sense of timing, and sheer physical strength make him a constant threat. But at the same time, he gave full respect to Crawford, pointing out his sharp mind and top-tier boxing IQ. By speaking highly of both fighters, Loeffler built up the sense that this is more than just a regular showdown. It feels like a dream fight, a once-in-a-generation kind of event. He went on to dig into how their styles match up, showing he wasn't just hyping things up. He understands the sport at its...
I don't want to take anything away from Canelo because Crawford has a really high ring IQ, but so does Canelo. Canelo's more of a counterpuncher. He sets traps. Crawford, I have to give, with his boxing ability, his hand speed, his foot speed. Canelo physically, I would say, is a little bit stronger. He can kind of impose his will on it. It's such a great matchup. I wouldn't be surprised if either one were to win.
Loeffler's breakdown showed just how closely he studies the sport. He explained that while Canelo and Crawford bring totally different weapons, They are equally dangerous. Canelo, he said, is a master at cutting off the ring and delivering pinpoint counters. On the flip side, Crawford's speed, movement, and ring smarts make him a nightmare for anyone. That contrast created real suspense. Both men have the tools to hurt the other, which makes the outcome anything but predictable. Loeffler made sure the audience understood, this isn't a one-sided fight. It's a razor-thin battle where one small mistake could shift everything. Then, the talk turned to experience, and Loeffler highlighted why that might matter most.
Canelo's been on this big stage before. I think people kind of dismiss him a little bit with that last performance that he had over there in Riyadh. But when you have an opponent like John Skull who's not going to engage, it's really hard to look good against someone like that. So I would give the edge to Canelo because he's been in that position before.
According to Loeffler, Canelo's long history of performing under bright lights gives him a key edge. Some people may write him off based on a few recent fights, but Loeffler pushed back hard on that. He pointed out that it's tough to look impressive when your opponents don't actually want to engage. He hinted that we could see a different Canelo this time. One who's got something to prove, someone eager to silence his critics. That idea raised the stakes even more, framing this fight as a classic story of experience taking on ambition. Then, Loeffler addressed one of the hottest topics leading up to the fight, weight, and whether it could tilt the scales.
I don't think the weight is as big as a lot of people are saying because Crawford probably walks around at that weight. Probably only has to drop a couple pounds, but he's the type of guy that can easily put on the muscle and the mass and use his hand speed, his foot speed to box. So I just think that if Canelo is able to impose his will and throw the body shots and throw some counter punches, I could see him edging out a win on that night.
Loeffler's take on the weight issue was straight to the point. He downplayed the idea that it would be a major problem for Crawford. According to him, Crawford's already been walking around at that weight, so it won't be as big of an adjustment as people think. Instead, what matters is whether Crawford can use his speed and skills to deal with Canelo's strength. Loeffler painted a picture of a strategic chess match, where body shots and counterattacks could be the keys to victory. He made it clear that whichever fighter manages to control the rhythm and pace of the fight will likely control the night. Then he zoomed in on one specific weapon that could swing the whole thing, Canelo's vicious body punches.
I think his body punches. He's got some great, either a counter punch to the head or he's got some great left hooks to the body that really are effective. So he can easily wear you down. So that I think that's what Crawford has to look out for is those tricky body shots that Canelo throws.
He spoke about Canelo's body shots like they're more than just punches. They are tools of destruction that wear opponents down, bit by bit, round after round. Loeffler singled out Canelo's left hook to the body as especially dangerous, calling it a potential game changer. Against someone like Crawford, those body shots could start to slow him down, messing with his speed, his timing, and opening up chances for Canelo to land big. Loeffler's tone made one thing very clear. Crawford cannot afford to eat those punches clean. The excitement and tension kept rising as he outlined the traps Crawford needs to watch for. Every move matters, and every mistake could cost him big. The stage is set for a high-stakes war, where intelligence, strategy, and toughness will decide everything.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Crawford has to be really careful with those body shots. He definitely can't get lured into a firefight. He's going to lose, if it's a back and forth type of situation, that's not where Crawford wants to be. He wants to stay on the outside, use his his speed, his skills, and really, I see him boxing Canelo. Now, if he hurts Canelo, then he can go there and start going toe-to-toe, but Canelo's the type of guy you don't want to stand in front of that guy because he really can start to pick you apart.
I think he's one of the best fighters for more fun. He accomplished a lot of things too. Mexican with the American fighter is always been